Hello and welcome everyone to my Let's Play Tomb Raider 3, The Adventures of Lara Croft. This is Guys 115 speaking. Let me welcome you to what will be the shortest Tomb Raider 3 level, called simply The City, okay? What this refers to is actually a beautiful London panorama where this epic showdown between Sophia Lee and Lara Croft will be held. Before we get to that, let me just explain, as I've already hinted at the Lats Gate level, this will be just a short boss fight level, something like the Temple of Puna was back in South Pacific, and something that Nevada Desert didn't have. There was really no boss fight, just that shootout with a couple of soldiers inside the UFO. Now, unlike Temple of Puna, there will be no enemies here, no gauntlet of traps, just the boss fight with boss Sophia herself. And interestingly enough, we will not be able to kill Sophia. We will be able... Similarly, like along the lines of the doppelganger back in Tomb Raider 1, we will be able to trick her into her own death. Now, this will be a environmental kill, therefore we will get registered absolutely no kills in this level. Yes, exactly, this will be a very pacifist, zero kills kind of level, but I really like it. It makes me very nervous. It will be really adrenaline packed, especially considering I will make it a bit harder on myself, but I'll explain that a bit later. First of all, let's just admire this beautiful office environment, you know. She has this desk that just says, you know, I own you as soon as you enter the office, a carpet, a couple of ornamental vases, and aquariums, you know, with fish, a new kind of species of fish, orange ones. Sorry, I'm no fish expert. And what I like about this is they have not reused the same kind of fish we've seen in Lara's home or in the coastal village starting shore area. These are new kinds of species and they actually look a lot better. It's probably because they're smaller, you know, so you cannot see all the flawed details on them, but they just somehow look better and almost look three-dimensional. They give this sort of illusion, which I think is really great. Now, close to the aquariums, interestingly enough, is a little crawl space, the same one from which Lara has infiltrated Sophia's offices with those unsightly weapons of hers. And yeah, I'm always kind of interested to see what kind of barriers the developers will think of to prevent us from returning to, let's say, the previous level, like in this case. Remember the earthquake at the beginning of Crash Site after Coastal Village? Well, here it's just a slippery slope and a dead end. It's as simple as that. The elevator shaft is now closed off. And actually, I think the developers put those plants in front of it to sort of even discourage you from just crawling over there. I don't know why, but I just find it really amusing. Anyways, that's that. There is, of course, the amazing view from the window over here behind Sophia's back. Yeah, I guess this is what evil, powerful people like to have behind their backs, like evil wizards on top of their, well, on top of their, in the tops of their towers, the penthouses, etc. Expression of power. Now, yeah, none of these landmarks really look anything like what you would expect, you know, from the most famous landmarks of London, but then again, we really don't know where the Lay Cosmetics company has their offices located in the city. Still, it's a beautiful sight, and it should also be a familiar sight, because this is exactly the same panorama we have seen from the Thames Wharf level, which, you know, in terms of geographical distance, should be quite close by to the Lay offices, considering all those mercenaries of hers were already on our tail. Now, the final thing is just a door, you know, leading to the office. I bet there's a grand staircase behind it. And two paintings. Now, both of them look interesting. This looks like a sundown, and this looks like a sunrise. And both on what I think could be Venetian landscape, you know, city on water like that. It's perhaps a bit of a lovely subtle reference at Tomb Raider 2, and perhaps maybe Sophia even has some dealings, or had some dealings, with Fiamma Nera and Marco Bartoli before they were obliterated by Lara. It's possible, you know, I like the idea that they did some shady business together. Both very rich, powerful people, both Lara will utterly destroy very soon. Talking about destroying, let's use the same emergency exit Sophia did, and let me just point your direction at the corner over there. There's a little crawl space with the first secret. We'll get there soon enough. But first of all, there is Sophia herself shooting magical bolts with her magical staff. Now, she's on the other side of the abyss. You might be thinking it's okay to just shoot her with a precise weapon. Nope, nothing. Perhaps you've seen, you know, if you zoom in a little, there were no blood textures dropping from her. Instead, what we've seen were a couple of yellow sparks, the same kind of bullet ricochet effect you see from solid surfaces. This is because whilst we shot 9 shots and hit with all 9 of them, we have dealt exactly no damage to Sophia. And this is the reason why this boss fight is tricky and why we will not be able to land a single kill in this level. Just like Doppelganger in Atlantis, we will have to trick Sophia into her own death. Now, unlike Puna in the Temple of Puna, there is really no invincible shield kind of effect when you are shooting. There's just, bullets ricocheting from her. Maybe that's not even the artifact's power, but perhaps the power over her cosmetic products or something like that. That's an interesting thought, really. But anyway, I would love if the game would actually tell us, stop wasting your ammunition, but instead, here's me telling you, do not waste your ammunition. I understand how tempting it must be to just pick up the rocket launcher after all the rockets we've picked up in Lutzgate and just blast her to pieces, but alas, you would just be wasting those precious rockets away. Now, another thing I just want to show you is this. Okay? After Sophia fires 10 little shots or bolts of energy from her staff, she will then start charging a very big one. You can also recognize the unique sound effects it makes, or you can simply count when the 10 small magical shots have been released, and therefore her charging the big one will come as a no surprise. This is a very handy trick to learn. Saying that, let's not waste any time and climb up as quickly as we can. Now make a roll when you're here, and even though the texture above looks monkey swingable, I suggest you instead make a running grabbing jump over here, okay? And I think she might be charging another shot, so grab the ledge over here but do not climb. There, you should avoid damage by doing that. Now, if you reach certain points, Sophia will start running and climbing and basically try to keep up with Lara. Use this to your advantage, like I just did, pick up that small health pack in relative safety, and also press the button over here, which will open the trapdoor on the other side. Now, before we continue using that trapdoor, if you remember, there is still the Mirror of the First Secret up there. I think she was just charging... Yeah, she charged another shot. There we go. Just by drop grabbing over here, you can enter the crawl space over here and pick up your prize. Once again, the prize will be a rocket. They really love the rockets in London levels. Yes, that's the chime we want to hear. And, unfortunately, you cannot use that rocket against Sophia, as painful as it is. And over here was a large health pack, even though you could barely see it. Sorry about that, should have put a better camera angle. Now, yeah, so even in this safe, secret environment, you can actually start counting her shots by the sound effects they make. And you will soon find that, yes, after 10 little shots, she will start firing off a big one. You will take some minor damage whilst falling over here. And yes, you are in a relative safety of a cover over here, but make no mistakes, those magical missiles actually have some splash damage, okay? They leave behind these green clouds. If you are in the vicinity of these clouds, these explosion area of effect radiuses, you will take damage, unfortunately. But over here we should be safe. She cannot shoot at us properly from that angle. Yeah, she's just shooting at her own feet, so, no rush or anything like that. Now what we need to do is we need to climb up using that green trapdoor we've opened a while earlier. So let's do exactly that. And yeah, let's choose this ledge over here, perhaps. Uh-oh, a charge shot coming our way. But we are still safe, good. Okay. And over here, there should be another large health pack. If you do climb up here, yes, you will trigger Sophia trying to keep up yet again. This gives us just ample enough time to collect both health packs. So that is very good indeed. Now let her finish this charged shot and take cover over here. Okay, good. And now, yes, you have to make an angled jump and grab the ladder over here. Don't worry about getting shot at whilst you're on the ladder. This will make Sophia climb as well, which I think is a very stupid thing to do. This is exactly as vulnerable as Lara gets. Instead of using that to her advantage, she will start climbing as well. Oh dear. And yes, you have time to pick up the small health pack over here, thanks to her climbing effort. Now let's get inside the crawl space. This should also provide some nice cover. Uh-oh, another charged shot. Okay, let's stay here. See, we still took some splash damage from that. And when you enter this tile, this will make Sophia initiate yet another climb, which gives you just enough time to set yourself up for a running, grabbing jump. Now you can shoot her from here, but once again to... Oh my... What is happening? Okay... That was very strange. Huh. Wow, and I thought the glitch in Lutz Gate was very strange indeed. Okay, how about I just see you guys back at the same spot in a short while. Okay, I'm back. Let me just give this perhaps another go. Let's see, I'm very curious if the same glitch will trigger again. Oh, I know, Sophia, it's very funny indeed. Okay, I think we are safe. I still have no explanation as to how that happened, but let's watch out for the charge shot. And now, this fuse box is what you need to shoot at in order to trigger the electric flow, the current, underneath her feet and kill her. Okay, that was your final laugh, Sophia, seriously. Oh, look at her being in agony. That was actually pretty damn hilarious. Okay, so, yeah, feel free to use whatever weapon you want at destroying this fuse box. It takes just one shot from pretty much anything. And, yeah, and I really wish I could provide some sort of explanation as to why the glitch over here happened. Maybe it has something to do with the missing textures over here. I really don't know. It was some unfortunate combination of the engine working weirdly at the fuse box, the electric current, her shooting us beneath this weird tile, and also the light boxes over here are a bit limiting. I really don't know. Something weird happened. I wish I'd had some explanations for it. So just do what I did and pray it doesn't happen. Isn't that an advice worth its weight in gold? Anyways, there is our prize, the Eye of Isis, I think it's called. Isis, I think is the better pronunciation. Sounds Egyptian. Maybe that's what the archaeologists thought this is. Maybe it was even used by Egyptians. But then again, the Darwin sailors got their hands on this, so I really don't know. Well, it was said by Professor Willard that it was sold by one of the sailors back in London, and it was put into a gallery, so probably the same gallery where the Egyptian exhibition was. Still, I don't know why it is called as it is. Anyways, we cannot unfortunately just, you know, go directly there and pick up our prize, because you may see these little sparks on the tiles over here, and also the bit of a black tile on the right over there. It is still under the strong electricity current. Now, you've seen what it did to almost invincible Sophia. She pretty much, poof, disappeared into thin air. So imagine what this will do to Lara, okay? Now, yes, there is a chopper up there, our way out, but first of all, our prize here, we need to pick it up. So, we need some ways of turning off the electricity, and yeah, I think this is a nice shortcut. Just climb on top of the box that the fuse box is on top of, and you can just make it on the other side, you know, safely. And just press the button over here and the current will be stopped. There we go. No sound effects or anything like that. Simply the spark effect will disappear from the tiles over here and also the tiles over here. Now, we can just pick up our prize, but let me just show you. This might be kind of interesting. You can, of course, if you've ignored everything up to this point now that you've eliminated Sophia, you can just retrace your steps back to the beginning and start picking up those items. Now, ignoring the last artifact we are after, there should be only 6 items over here, including those in the secret. So, what I'm doing now is just retracing my steps through exactly the same kind of platforms that Sophia had to go through from the very bottom. This is where she started. She somehow entered through this door over here from that emergency exit. Yeah, I don't know how she made it across. Anyway, she just went all the way up, and if you have noticed, she was actually much faster climber than Lara is. All those beauty enhancing products might be just, you know, some strength, stamina, agility enhancing products. Hard to say, really. And yeah, apparently she's been around for many decades, and yet she looks like a late 20-year-old. So yeah, it's really interesting to think what everything she's been through. And yeah. And I think we are almost at the very top. Yeah, so this is pretty much the same area that she went through. Now, there is a chopper parked outside. Lara will actually use the same chopper to reach the last geographic location after the London levels. So, however, it's arguable if it's the same chopper or a different one. I guess she will resupply somewhere, but there is a pilot inside the thing just waiting patiently. I really can't imagine what he will think when Lara will show up instead of his employer. Anyways, let's pick up our prize. Okay, there we go. Now, this time when I was repeating the level, I was no longer using the MP5 to shoot at Sofia. That was purely for demonstration, to see the ricochet bullets effect. Instead, we have used 2 shots to destroy that fuse box. Yeah, so you will suffer with some accuracy. Thankfully, we've managed to, avoid using any kinds of health packs. This was sorely needed after that Ladsgate and Aldwych fiasco. We've unfortunately tricked Sofia into an environmental death, therefore we were awarded exactly no kills, but we have at least found that one secret, and we have found all 7 items, including the Eye of Isis. So yeah, that's kind of awesome. And that's really it for the London levels. Now, with a little press of the action key over here, we find ourselves back on the globe screen. Now, this time around, we cannot scroll through anything. We finished India, we finished Nevada, we finished South Pacific, and we have finished London. We have come a very long way, and the very final destination of Tomb Raider 3, not counting the bonus secret level, will be Antarctica. Now, no surprise, most of you already know this. Yes, Antarctica. The reason is, if you remember the very opening cutscene, there is Dr. Willard's research team stationed in Antarctica, and actually Dr. Willard is exactly the person Lara will come and see in his research facility. So, you might be wondering, okay, so why are they making this a playable level? What dangers could there be in a research facility like that? Well, you will see that soon in the very next level. For now, I'm really happy we finished the London levels. They were a great deal of fun. Just let me know your opinion, which area you found the most difficult. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to hear even if it would be India. It was pretty damn brutal for being one of the first levels. I found the London levels to be the most challenging so far. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time in Antarctica.